Carmen that they're sampling there? Like, I can't tell 100% because it's like chopped up, but that sounds like Carmen. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the song Nxde, probably nude, just spelled with an X instead of a U, by JEON SOYEON. Not 100% sure on the pronunciation. It's kind of hard to tell what the intention is there. If someone wants to correct me in the comment section, please do. Never checked out this K-pop group before, but I'm excited to do so. We'll be looking at this song from a perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a lot of pauses to go over specific elements of the song.
Why you think about nude? 'Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box.
Okay, really digging that opening number. You've got a low-pass filter and a high-pass filter on the vocal and on the piano to kind of lock it in. It sounds like they've also got some tape distortion to give it that like old-timey feel. Fun way to start a song, really tension-grabbing, very nasally sounding vocal, which is interesting, kind of fits that vibe in a unique way. Those transitions are wild. We went from this little isolated piano, very isolated vocal, just super compact in that frequency range, to this more open sound, very bass driven with this kind of high sweet vocal. And then that third vocalist has this just deep contralto, which is not super common, I feel like, in this style of music. Each part is just transitioning into this completely different style of music. It's so interesting. Talk about transitioning to something completely different. I mean, right? Like, that was just a completely different vocal, completely different style, going into like this more rap portion. You've got strings in the background now instead of that kind of more airy sound that you had in that first part. Wild switch up. Really cool vocalist too, just very kind of crazy sounding, and I liked how they kind of made the scene seem crazy as the music seemed crazy. Just a good matching of scene with music. Loving it. Love the really hard rock vibe here. Heavy distortion on the vocals and on the instrumentals. You have that more synthetic sounding crash right there too. Just completely different. Each part has been just wildly different from the last. I would say the one consistency is those kick drums and the bass seem similar.
Yes,
Is that Carmen that they're sampling there? Like, I can't tell 100% because it's like chopped up, but that sounds like Carmen. It sounds like L'Amor Stun Oyster Bella Day. It's like the habanera is the other name for it. It's a dope aria. I freaking love opera music, and that's sick if they are. I just can't 100% tell. It's dope. It sounds great.
Baby, how do I look? Yeah, how do I look? Yeah,
I like how they've had this organ synth sounding very like a siny organ synth, reflecting that same groove that we got from that string sample earlier. Also, really catchy chorus. How do I look?
Ouch.
Just a completely new section. Just wildly different. Introduced with a muted horn, sounding like a trumpet. Coming into this section with really fast trap hi-hats and some great rapping. Just so unexpected. Did not see that coming. I like the way that they used that horn at the beginning and then had it come in just at certain points. Sounded like they had a low-pass filter on it as well to give more room for that rapped vocal, make it a little more dry. Loving the just savagery in those vocals, and I like the layers they've got going on. They've got doubles, but they've also got harmonies stacking up at certain points, and then when those harmonies come away, you get the doubled vocals. Such a great way to compose this chorus is to have it whisper this, yes, I'm not, like whispering a secret to someone, you know, this very like sensual atmosphere. And then it breaks into habanera, which is from an opera that kind of has this sensual female lead, this very promiscuous woman. So it's kind of cool how those reflect off of each other. I'm really liking that you're seeing a lot of classical music quotation and sampling in K-pop recently. Red Velvet used Bach, Blackpink used Paganini, and now they're using Bizet with Carmen. I love it partially because I've done it a lot on my albums Popra and Giovanni. They're all musical quotations from famous operas, and so it's cool to see it here too.
Baby, how do look? Yeah, how do look? Yeah,
She has such a great vocal. Like, she's the standout to me in this group just because that contralto is so well controlled. She's also got a great head range, a great head voice rather. Just a really smooth sounding belt, and then she just gets real low in her tones there. Just really low notes she's hitting. It's so cool.
yes, nude. Now I draw a luxury nude.
That little bridge portion is brilliant. I love how bass driven it is. I like how we have this really distorted, like ugly sounding bass at the beginning, and then it morphs into a horn. It's like they automated it to slowly take away those effects and that distortion to make it sound like a tuba. Kind of really bridging that gap between those older influences, those older like showy influences into this new modern K-pop landscape.
Why you think about nude? 'Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box.
If there was any wonder before, that's Habanera right there. Dun, 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 dun. That's way cool. Love it.
Nude.
Great way of using just like an instrumental sample from the choruses and having the outro be that instrumental sample. Love sampling classical music. It makes me want to do it again. I haven't done it in a while. It sounds so good how they use it too. Just like brief little stints, having it blend in with their modern synth pop sound. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's increased your enjoyment of the song to some extent. If you have, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like this type of music and you don't mind a guy singing in English, you'll probably like my albums Popra and Giovanni. I've got a link to Giovanni right here. And that's it. Catch you on the flip.
I'm the last leader, so the radiant high, like volcanoes, so obsidian got voodoo make